Hello, hello, hello. We're back for part two. Part two of our file folder mini album. Mini. It's little. Okay, it's not that little. It's pretty big, actually. It's a handbook. We'll say that. It's about the size of a handbook. So, in the last video, we cut all the parts. We folded everything, and then we inked everything up, and then we glued everything. Now, we're going to cut some tags and some slide pieces and all the other attachments that need to go into our book. And we're going to get started putting those together, okay? So, come on, let's go. And don't forget, if you're watching this, part one is linked in the description. So if you didn't get to see that, go check it out, okay? Here we go. Okay, so I put my book aside with some clamps on it so it could dry, because I want to make sure it's totally dry. All right, now those pieces that we had left over, the leftover spots, this is where we're going to use them. All right, so first thing first is we're going to take these pieces off. See these pieces? Get rid of them. We don't need them. So we're just going to put it into our cutter. And just take those off. Okay. Alright. Bye-bye. I don't need these for anything. You can keep them if you want to. Alright, so now we need to put pockets in here. And these right here we're going to cut at 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. So, let's go to 3 3/4. And now this piece that we have left over, you can measure that. It's about just under 5 3/4. So this would work just the way it is. Okay? So we're going to cut 3 of these. Avoid the middle. See, that's why we cut the thing off both sides. Okay. Let's clean that up a little bit. It got a little wonky. There we go. I like that better. Okay. Now I'm going to cut one more, just because I want to put an extra one in. Okay. So now I have 4 of these. Now the next part is to turn these into tags. Now you can just put them in, just like that, if you want to, into your book. Or you could make them look like tags, or you could make a tag up here, or you could do something special. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to clip the corners. So let me get my corner thing out here. And that's just to make them go in and out of the pocket easier. Why do I get this thing? I hate this thing. This is the one I like. Okay. So I'm just going to do that to all my corners. And then I'm going to ink up all my edges. And then we're going to cut the other ones. Okay, so now we have tags for here. And these same tags will fit in here. But we want them to be a little bit longer for the top. Here it's okay, but here it has to be longer. So these here, we're going to cut it 6.5 inches. So we're going to take a piece of our file folder. And there's 3 lines. We're just going to move it over one and then cut that off. Oh boy. Okay, now we need to cut this at 6.5 inches. At least. I like it at 7. Two. And this one, I'm just going to cut off those bottom pieces. Oop, got one. Didn't get the other. There we go. And then 7 inches on this one. All right. Now, our big pockets here, you're going to have to measure them. And mine measure out to be about 4.5 inches. So I'm going to make my tag that goes in about 4 1/4. So I'm going to take about an inch, 1 1/4 off of each one of these. 4 1/4. 4 1/4. Okay, so let's check one of these and see how it works. Not as well as I'd like, so I'm going to take it down to 4 inches. And you just have to kind of do this. You have to dry fit everything. Okay, let's test this. Alright, and that goes right in. And it goes almost all the way to the bottom, and I got about 1 inch at the top. So I have to decide, do I want it to look like that, or do I want it to be lower? It's entirely up to me. This one, I think I'm going to do a little bit lower. So I'm going to go to 6.5. I'm going to take a 1/2 inch off the top. Let's see what that looks like. Now I kind of like this, because I can build a tag at the top. Okay, so we're going to keep that. So I'm going to do all of these at 6.5 inches. 6.5, 6.5. Right there. Okay. Now, I'm going to round the corners on the bottom of these, but not the top, because I'm going to make those into tag tops. Okay? So, there's a couple of ways I can do this. One, I could take a pencil and a ruler, and I could measure down from the top a 1/2 inch and just put a mark there. See, half. Can you see? You can't see. Okay, hold on. Get all this stuff out the way. Okay, so you can put this by your ruler. And just measure down 1/2 inch. Put a little mark. Do that on both sides. And then measure in a 1/2 inch. at the top on both sides. Or an inch or 3/4 of an inch or whatever measurement you want to do. And then you're using your scissors if you want. You can always do this with your scissors. Stop. Okay. You just go from the beginning of your mark to the beginning of your mark. Just like that. And that's going to make that even. You could do it deeper. You could do 3/4 of an inch. Or you can put it on your trimmer. Line up your marks. And just slice it off. You can also do it the old-fashioned way and cut one off and then flip it over and put it on the other side and cut that one off. Whatever you choose. So now I've got my little tag thing here. And I can just fit that in there and take a look. See, now it looks more like a big tag, and I like that. But I am thinking I might want to go a little deeper and make this look more like a tag. So, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and work with these a little bit, and then I'm going to take all 7 of the cards I just cut, put these away because we don't know if we're going to use them or not, but probably no. Okay, so I'm going to go through, I'm going to ink all my cards, and I'm going to work on my tags and get everything just the way I want, and I'll be back with you in just a minute, okay? Okay, so I went ahead and I took all my little tag cards, and I went ahead and inked them on both sides, just like that, okay? And then I took my bigger ones, and I cut my corners, and then I poked holes in these because I want them to look like tags. Now to make these little surrounds on here, that's pretty easy. All you have to do is just get a piece of black cardstock and a regular hole punch, and you just kind of punch a hole. Then you take a circle punch, a small circle punch, and you just put it right around there, get it as even as you can, and pop it out. And you end up with a little round piece that goes over the hole. Okay? Now, on these little cards, since when I slide them in, they go pretty far down, I kind of wanted to make them stand out a little bit. So I took my little dies, and I have this little set of dies. They're kind of great. Where'd my dice go? There they are. Okay. And I have 4 of them, and they just make little tabs. Okay? And those are actually going to be available in my Etsy shop here soon. Just waiting for them to come in. And all I'm going to do is just glue this on the card anywhere that I want it to be. And I kind of like it right there. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the inside of my tab. All the way around. Just like that. And then I'm just going to put it right there. Line it all up. There we go. Put it straight. Yep. Just like that. And now I have like a little tab, see, that I can use to pull that out. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Just fold it in half. Get one of my little tags and go to a pocket. Figure out where I want it to be. I think I want this one to be over here. So I'm going to put this one over here. A little bit of glue. A little bit of glue. Okay. Now, if you don't have one of these, or you don't want to use one of these, there's a couple of other options that you can use. You could always glue a piece of lace or trim or ribbon on here and use that as a pull. I just like this little piece here, okay? Right. Oop, wait, we gotta go back. Okay, so on this middle one, the reason I set it so far over was because I wanted to put 2 pockets in there. So I'm gonna put this one over, put some glue in there, both sides. Okay. And then I'm going to put this one on the other side. This way, this pocket will have 2 cards in it. See? One on one side and one on the other. Just like that. Okay, so then the last one, we're going to put this tab on it. So I'm just going to put some glue on this one. Fold it in half. And I'm going to put it on my tag right here in the middle. Just like that. Okay, and I'm going to put this one in here. Okay, so now take these, and these ones go in these top pieces right up here. Okay, so now we have a page and a tag and a tag and a page and a page and 2 tags and a tag and then a page and a page and a tag and a tag and 2 pages. Okay, now there's some other tags that we could put in here, and for those, basically, we would just take what's left of our card piece and just cut whatever width we wanted those tags to be. And for this one, I think I'm going to do it about 3 inches. Okay, so I got about 3 inches. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip the sides, just like that. Take that piece and flip it over and put it on this side. Now, if you have a tag board, you could, of course, use your tag board. If you have a We Are Memories Keeper tag board. And then I'm going to cut that side. And then I'm going to poke a hole. I'm going to put my little rings on. Just like this. Another one, we'll put it on the other side. Over here. Now this one I'm going to do a little bit different, okay? See, I've got these big pages here. So what I want to do is I want to take this one and my scoreboard. Going to put this in my scoreboard, and I'm going to score this at 1 inch. Right there. And I'm going to fold it. And the reason I'm going to do that is because now I can take this tag and I can glue it in on my full page, just right there. And I'm just going to put it just inside. Just like that. Glue it down. And then I've got another flip. See? And you can do that on any page. So all your extra pieces that you have left over can go in. So let's take another piece. Now this one, we're going to use one of those wider pieces that we had left over. You know, the ones we cut. So we're going to take this one. And we know that our book, depending upon where we want to put it, is between 5 and 6 inches. So let's figure this out. Alright, so we got the first one. Then we got this flippy tag here. And we have this. And then we have this page. So let's put in a pocket here. Now you can put a pocket this way, or you can put the pocket this way. And I think I want to put the pocket this way. So what I'm going to do is take my ruler. I'm just going to measure this. And that is 4.5 inches. So I'm going to make my strip 4.25 inches. Okay? So, to my cutter. Four and a quarter. Perfect. And then I'm just going to use some of my little 1/2 inch that I made earlier to put some pieces all the way around this pocket, okay? So we're going to cut one about there. And we'll cut a second one about the same length. That's our 2 ends. And then the bottom piece is going to need a longer one. This one's not long enough. So let's get this one trimmed. Just going to bring it in. Put it right there. Just like that. Trim that off. And then we're going to get the bottom piece here. Just like that. Alright, same thing with these. We're going to put some glue on here. Glue this on the bottom. Some glue on here. This one's going on the side. Some glue on this one. Again, right on the side. And I'm matching up the top corner of my pocket with the top of my piece. Okay. And then we're just going to put some glue on the sides here, here, and here. And I'm going to put this pocket on the outside edge. Okay. Now, you could, of course, cut this, you know, larger, and I'll show you how to do that. But I was using scrap. Ow. So another way to do that pocket would be to cut a 4-inch piece. Oop, let me turn it around. Okay. And then to do the pocket, you would use your scoreboard and you would score 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 inch. I like 3/8. I think that's the perfect size. So you just go 3/8 there, 3/8 here, and 3/8 here. So that's scoring at 3/8 on all three sides, on 3 sides. Then you would take your scissors and you're just going to cut across these, right across where they meet. And then you just fold it in. Okay. And then you can just put glue on them and glue them in. Now the reason I don't like this is because it cracks. See, it cracks on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but they crack. So that's why I like to use the alternative method of making the little hinges. Okay? So, I'm going to give you guys a few minutes. You can either put in pockets or do the tag flippies or, you know, anything like that that you want, and get those all done. And then we'll come back in episode 2 and we'll decorate this, okay? All right. So, go back and watch anything that you need to. Pause at the transitions so you can catch up and get your book put together to this point, and then we'll be back to talk about some more stuff, okay? And add things. If you want to add more of these little flippy tags, add more flippy tags. If you want to add more pocket tags, add more pocket tags. If you want to put in more pockets and put tags in them, put in more pockets. Get it set the way that you want it done, and then we'll come back in the next video and we'll go through and we'll decorate, okay? And you can decorate on your own. You don't have to come see me, but you can come decorate with me if you want to, okay? All right. So here's the business end. See down there? Right down there. See it? It says subscribe. Hit that button and then ring that bell. Got it? Now, like me. There you go. And spread me around. Tell all your friends. Bring them over. We'll have a big old fun time, okay? I have cookies, if that helps. Or don't. Totally up to you. Either way, I want to thank you so much for being here today. And thank you for coming along with me on this little project. Until the next time, bye-bye.